Hello everybody, it's me, Get Dave Dio, and it's channel update time, September 2017 edition. So the big news is that another Patreon goal was hit, which was super exciting. So we just hit 400 a month, which is really awesome and has significant implications. Last month we hit 350, and that means we're going to do a Let's Play of Knights of the Old Republic. That was the one that won the vote for what we're going to go back and revisit from the vault. And then for the $400 goal was I was going to make a series. I'm making a video game. Occasionally I mention it in every channel update. And I was going to make a series breaking down that story. Here's how it works. There's lots of tutorials online on how to code and how to draw and how to do this and how to do that. They're everywhere. That's all very hypothetical and very general. And what I wanted to do was make something completely non-hypothetical, to just say, these are the exact tutorials, these are the videos of how I learned to do X, and, you know, I'm going to break down, like, this is what my background was, and all those sorts of things. And so, like, let's say it's coding, and so I'm going to say, okay, I did this project, then I did this, then I read this book, then I did this thing, and I'm just going to, and there's not going to be a single hypothetical. Because there's lots of, like, okay, now that you learned how to program in Unity or Unreal or Game Maker, now you're ready to make your own video game. It's like, no, you're not. And I don't know, learning these skills is like literacy. Okay, so I learned to read when I was 6, kind of. That don't mean I'm ready to read Kafka. Okay, so there's degrees to these, and I want to get specific on those sorts of things, and that's what the video series is going to be about, and it's going to be coming. So the goal is to do one for every month that we hit the goal. So there's going to be one for September. And if we stay, you know, above target, then we'll do one for October and so on. I will say this, though. The first one's going to be a little bit late because it's the first one, so I want to do it right. And so I've got to do things like figure out what I'm going to do for... I want to have some background music. And I don't want to do the same thing. You might be like, just use music from your game. No, that's for my game. That's off limits now. I'm giving you sneak peeks at the end of these, but I want to have something else there and need to do some graphics and just figure out some general design patterns that we're going to employ. But I've written the first one and I'm going to record it in about 10 minutes. So there you go. And those are going to go on the Reclamation Games channel because I want to keep my channel about Let's Playing, but I'll put out a video and just be like, hey, check it out. It's ready to go if you're interested. So that's the plan for those. Back to KOTOR. So Knights of the Old Republic, that Let's Play is going to be going up probably, I don't know, Wednesday or something like that. I'm not sure. There's a new Metroid game, Samus Returns. It's a remake of Metroid 2 Return of Samus. And I've been fiddling around with a little bit of it off camera IRL. It's pretty good. So that's an option. A lot of people were asking for Final Fantasy IX now, and FF7 was the second most popular. You should redo that LP thing. So I don't want to do back-to-back Final Fantasies. I want to add a little bit of variety, but let me know what you think on that. And in other news, Extra Life is coming in November, and I'll give you more information about that in general once Y-Caliber stops going to rock and roll concerts and starts making the team. But we're going to be doing that, and I plan on doing an extensive stream, and then 12 Days of Christmas is a fun little idea where I'm going to do, around Christmas time, I'll do an extra Let's Play every day, and it'll be a different game every day for the days of Christmas, and it's going to be a good time. So, because often I can't handle streaming 24 hours straight just because the demands of life are a little bit more complicated for me now. But yeah, I still want to do 24 hours of content. So yeah, 12 Days of Christmas is the cool thing I wanted to do, where kind of like with Let's Appreciate, where there's these games where I don't necessarily want to LP the full thing, but I think there's a lot of value in them, so I want to condense it all into that. Ditto for these games where it's like Star Trek Online, for example. I'd love to do an episode on, but I am not gonna show the grind. But, you know, we might do a mission together. That'd be a fun episode. I love the game. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. That's related to Extra Life. More on that later. Also, I updated getdave.com with the FF8 spreadsheet one person asked for. It made me feel special. One person also made fun of me for it. And rightfully so. And also just the list, games that I'm thinking about Let's Playing and so on. So think about it. All right, that's lots of channel news. I'll try to keep it short with game dev. As mentioned, I'm working on a video game. I started my own company called Reclamation Games, and this is what I did this month. I mentioned I was going to meet with a potential voice actor. The meeting went super well, and we're going ahead with an audition process and everything, because I don't gift anything to anyone. So anyway, that's going on, but super positive start, which was cool. I also tackled, this is not going to be a big deal to a lot of people, but generating my own animated textures. That was a subject I found kind of intimidating because I'm super comfortable with generating 3D textures, but animating them is totally new turf. And got into that, and believe it or not, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But a little big jump. And that's important for a lot of things like particle effects. And like, for example, in a lot of video games, imagine a waterfall. You can't process that, so a lot of the time they use a mixture of particle effects and animated textures. So the texture will be, like the 3D mesh would be like just a flat surface, and then there would be an animated texture to make it look like water is falling down. Because waterfalls kind of have a flatness to them, and then there's a little bit of spray coming off. So you use a combination of particle effects for the spray, and then an animated texture for the general structure, and you got yourself a waterfall. Anyway. Slash effects, a lot of explosion related stuff, all uses that as well. And so I got into that, and it was pretty fun. Yeah, just a whole bunch of other stuff too. Made a generalized rig for NPCs. Reyna has her own rig to handle her animations, and everything for her is 100% unique because that's the player character. And one of the big things emphasized through the gameplay is she's not stronger than anyone. That's part of why I picked a female character. She can't win a power versus power battle against anyone or anything, kind of like Mega Man can't, but there's a lot of potentiality in how she can move and maneuver, and so that requires unique animations and a lot of robust moving ones. But she's been done for a while, but for everybody else, they have this more universal rig, and that's all done and ready to go, so that's exciting. And then in terms of timeline, I mentioned a long time ago, like a year ago, that my goal was by the end of 2017 to have the first area of the game ready and done and, demoable. And I also expected not to hit that deadline. I've done a decade of professional software development, and I know almost every deadline gets missed. But I did this thing for this project planning methodology for estimating how long it's going to take me to get to different places in development. And I was projecting into March a little while ago, a few months ago, maybe 4, and I'm still projecting into March, and I'm working at that rate. So I'm maintaining that burn rate, which is really cool. So just so you know, that was when I was like gonna show stuff and share the title and a little bit more information and everything, and I keep lining up with those March ones. Every day I keep not sliding back a day, which is really terrifying and good and terrifying because that's just a big jump, right? That's when a hypothetical thing becomes tangible. You guys know I'm hypothetically working on a game. Well, March is coming quickly. Anyway, that's the update. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, there's the Patreon, and we're going to be doing Extra Life, and let me know what you think in the comments section about any of this and about games, and especially about the things I explicitly asked you about. And thanks for watching the videos as well, and I'll see you all in the next Let's Play.